We've been away last week. I went to our place in Wales and the garden's really changed in such a short space of time. It's great to get out here finally. Got back last night, so I didn't really have a chance other than running around with watering cans. Didn't really get a chance to do anything, so I'm out this morning having a good look and doing a bit of deadheading. This is flowering again. This is pink iceberg. So the warm weather we were having at the moment has brought pink iceberg out, which is lovely. It's looking very pretty. Lots of buds still to come here. Very nice. Has a really lovely fragrance. That's a graft. That's an Irene Watts graft that I've grafted onto an old rose that was here. This rose is a pink rose and has a very light scent. I don't know what the heck it is. It's been here forever. It's quite an old rose. So I'm having a go at doing some buds. So I've taken an Irene Watts bud and I've grafted it onto this. I did it on, as you can see, 22nd of August. So we'll see how that goes. But I might be able to take that off soon and see if it's alive or dead. Can't imagine my first graft is going to be successful, but I've got to start somewhere. So I'm just going, they're just some pansies that I've bought. The greenhouse is pretty empty. There's only boogie in there and some peppers and what else is in there? Chilies, I think, because I emptied the greenhouse and put all the tomatoes out here because I knew it was going to be hot. So all the tomatoes are out here at the moment because they would have just, they'd have been cooked tomatoes when I got back. So left them outside here and they've done okay actually, they're fine. Left them in drip trays so they had plenty of water. And they've done okay, so that's good. This is flowering now. This is our Beth. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love the perfume of this, and I love the flower form and everything. It's just so lovely. It's a Peter Beals rose. It's beautiful. Irene Watts is having another go. This will be the third go for Irene, but Irene is in bud, so that's good. And this, whatever this is, I bought Waltz Time, but it turned out to be pink and looked an awful lot like pink iceberg, but I don't think it is. But anyway, and that's in bud now, so that's about to come. And England's rose. Look at England's rose. Wowza. England's rose is really going for it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous rose. Beautiful perfume. And very, very pretty rose. Full of buds. Obviously very happy here. For a newly planted rose this year, it's doing brilliantly. I'm very happy with England's rose. Look at that. I can smell it. It's wonderful. And behind it we have rural England, which is coming on a treat. So I'm absolutely delighted with these two. Yeah, rural England looks pretty good. Hiding behind this Cotoneaster here. Here we have Sophie, aka Gorgeous. She's flowering again. She got quite a brutal haircut, but I got some amazing cuttings from her, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, she did get a sort of 3-foot cut, so it was quite a hard cut. You know, with that spice, it's beautiful, gorgeous. But there's buds on Sophie. Buds. Happy. She's happy. You had a bit of a heavy haircut, didn't you? Scalped you really, but anyway, she didn't mind. That's good. And Emily's in flower. She looks happy. Very pretty. Beautiful. Very lovely. Emily. Very nice. And of course, Ghislaine is still in flower. Still in flower. Won't give up. I don't know what it is about Ghislaine this year, but she's just been in flower for a very long time. She's not giving up. Well, things are coping really well with this heat that we're having, so I'm quite pleased. I did have to water this little bed here because things were looking a bit sad, but overnight they've bounced back, so they just needed a drink. I have to come and do lots of deadheading today, which will be good. I'll enjoy doing that. But these are okay. They've bounced back. All these tubs were looking a bit ugh, but they've bounced back. They're okay once they've got a bit of a deadhead today, I think. And there's a lot to deadhead. I think things will be okay. The hanging baskets have pretty much had it, I think. Now I'm going to redo those, but things are coping. Just a bit of things going over that need deadheading. So I'm going to be out here with my bucket and my secateurs. Get these done before the heat of the day sets in. But Strawberry Hill still okay actually. Nice, gorgeous perfume, beautiful. Lots of deadheading to do though. But all those up there, look. There's these and those up there, and all the way up here, look. I've got that one there, and then that one up there. And then this is Crazy in Love. That needs a bit of deadheading, but this is beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, I have missed my roses. Beautiful. Very nice. Very happy. Gorgeous. Lovely. There's another pink iceberg here, which is flowering. Boule de neige, flowering. Pretty. I think today's going to be a deadhead day. Ballerina, how's she doing? Ballerina. Oh, she's doing okay. Quite a few flowers coming on her. Not bad for a newly planted rose. This rogue one is going to end up getting attached to this this rose arch, I think, because I'm not sure what to do with that. I'll let it flower and then I'll just chop it right down, because that is not good. And this is flowering again. This is a monster. This is Comtesse de Bouchard. It's a clematis, but it has flowered its heart out. Absolutely amazing. Comtesse de Bouchard, if you see it, I'd get it. If you see it anywhere. It's a monster of a flowerer. I think it's been, as long as you just, you get these, you see these little, just deadhead that, and off it goes again. And it's been pretty much in flower ever since it started flowering. I just deadhead it as it goes over. But Comtesse de Bouchard, it's a doer. It's a really good doer. The asters are starting to, they need a deadhead, don't they? And I don't think Penelope Lively is flowering. No, she's in bud, but I've got no flowers to offer you today, I'm afraid. But she is in bud, so we have a promise of some flowers, but no flowers as of yet. But when I received her, she was in flower, so I chopped her back after that, gave her a good haircut, and she's off again. But there's no flower to show you today. This is hibiscus, and it's finally got a bud, so I'm quite excited. Doesn't look much, does it, that? But there's a bud there. So I'm quite chuffed about that, because at one point I thought we'd lost this. We did lose the pink chiffon at the front. That didn't make it through our -11 winter that we had, but this has. So I'm quite chuffed, and although it's probably very late to be getting a bud, it has got one. So I'm quite chuffed about that, even though it doesn't look much. I'm quite happy about that. This rose is Eyes for You. It has the most amazing perfume. Very strong, beautiful colour, and really strong foliage. So I'm very, very happy with this one. I need to come and do some deadheads, as you can see. It's in need of a trim, but lots more still to come. Lots of buds on it. Very happy with this one. Eyes for You. This is Timeless Pink. Another beautiful rose. Lots of buds on. Oh, a lovely fragrance. Really beautiful. And a strong rose. Lots of buds on it still to come. This is lovely. Very happy with that. Very nice to see that flowering again. Looking beautiful. Really lovely. Nice fragrance. Strong rose. Quite resistant, really, compared to a lot of roses in the garden. Holding its own and flowering magnificently. Smelling oh so good. Timeless Pink. Beautiful. Blush Noisette is finally onto the obelisk. I've got the sweet peas down, so that can have its place on the obelisk now. I need to come and do some deadheading, because there's quite a lot of gone over there. I've left the sweet peas kind of scrunched over there, just so that those pods can darken and dry, and I can get my seeds from them. So I've just sort of tucked them in the back there. This is flowering again. This is Crazy for You, and it's full of bud. And this is its third flush, and it's a cutting. What can you say? Strong. Very, very strong. And Harry Edland. Need to have a sniff of this. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful perfume from Harry Edland. Happy with that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Beautiful. And here we have another graft of Irene Watts on a rose that reverted to a rootstock. So I thought, oh, I'm going to get rid of that. And then I thought, oh, nice, good practice for grafts. So I chopped it right down, and I'm going for a graft of Irene Watts on this rootstock. Now, it was an Arthur Bell. It threw up a strange pink coloured bud last year, and I wasn't sure what was going on with it. Anyway, we moved it. I needed to move it to plant something else there in that bed, so it had to come out. So we popped it in here, and it was okay. It did all right. And then this year I noticed it was pink again. So I'll use it as a graft. See, practice my grafting of it, and I have. And we'll see how that goes. I couldn't be taking this off, I think, probably in another week or so. The rubber band bit. There's grafting tape behind the rubber band. But anyway, so far so good. So we'll see if those two grafts are any good. Of course, we can't miss the begonias. Still looking wonderful. And flocks of sheep still doing their thing. Things are still looking pretty good out here. Not bad. Not bad at all, really, to say. Sweet honey. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Stunning, very impressive rose. Anemones doing their thing. Beautiful. Aren't they beautiful? Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely. But lots of deadhead today. Lots of deadheading to do, which is good. Get out here and do some work before it gets too hot. So a little update really on what's happening out here is a Yukigumo. It's an Acer, and the more shade you can give it, the whiter it'll go. I've had this probably 4 years or so. It's not a great vigorous grower, but it is very, very bonny. Another Fatsia spider's web there. This is a going green Acer. And this, of course, is what was the crispy orange dream that was in full sun round the back. I think I'm forgiven now. It appears to be quite a happy little thing here now. And this is Phoenix, which suffered quite a bit actually in the -11, even though I was moving it in and out of the garage when I could and stuff, and it died back quite a bit. Didn't like it. So anyway, it's quite a short Phoenix again, so lost quite a bit of that, but it didn't die, so that's good. Didn't die. But this little ensemble's looking quite nice here. Here are all my other cuttings, because I've got cuttings down there, look, on those racks, and cuttings here. These are more sarcococcus here, and of course these are roses cuttings. I'm running out of space to put my cuttings actually, which is why they've crept around here and around the back as well. So, and they are down the side as well. They're everywhere.